Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county settings, in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, October the 2nd, 2017, time 6:03 a.m. Personally, thanking all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement, support. Continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area. I'll continue to further my education, Monroe College online, pursuing my social media, study, business administration, concentration, marketing. The music here in the background is Radio Africa Online. What I'm gonna do right now with my Instagram. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county settings, in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, October the 2nd, 2017, time 6:04 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement, support. The music here in the background is Radio Africa Online. We always give thanks to God for all his blessings and all his guidance. do right now is do my Facebook Live. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county of Sherman, in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, October the 2nd, 2017, time 6:08 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support, for continue encouragement and support. Music here in the background is Radio Africa Online. Turn the music down. We'll continue to talk about African traditional religion. As you know, African traditional religion is being taught at institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. You can earn a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD studying African traditional religion. One of the books we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasede Malelu, Dr. P. Adelumo Papemu. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled African Traditional Religion, definition, written by Dr. E. Beloja Adowu. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. B. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. B. Now, this is an African language distribution map. This is an African language distribution map. It's the other half of the map. Now, on the side, it tells you That the blue color represents the Afro-Asiatic. The yellow color represents the Nilo-Saharan. The dark orange color represents the Niger-Congo A. The light orange color represents the Niger-Congo B, the Bantu. The green color represents two groups of people. The Quay people, the pastoralists. The Sand people are the hunter-gatherers. Over there on the island of Madagascar, that purple lavender color, that's the Austronesians. The Austronesians are the people that live in Indonesia. The people that live in Indonesia, they migrate, they colonize and settle the island of Madagascar. They're not the original inhabitants of the island of Madagascar. Now, the United States government, as well as other governments around the world, they pass laws that are intended to make each and every one of us safer. Now, one of the laws the United States government passed, the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970, and Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act, the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, the RICO Act. The Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substances Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, or Kingpin Statute. All these laws are anti-gang. The Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, as well as other related legislation. It's all anti-gang. The Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and Comprehensive Gang Model, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Justice Program, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the United States Department of Justice, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative Project Safe Neighborhood, United States Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Police Service, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, United States Department of State, the Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance Education and Training, great program. United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. In October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which has been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which has been funded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance since 2003. The National Gang Center compilation of state laws against gangs. You can go to the National Gang Center website and you can be informed about state laws against gangs. Gang prevention, overview of research and program. Mr. James C. Howard, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. The United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, National Gang Center Bulletin. And the title of the bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States. Read the books in the bulletin. Also, you can go to Wikipedia and you'll find the same information. Gangs in the United States. The United States Department of Justice, the Officers of the United States Attorney Manual 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. United States Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center, United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section, and other federal, state, and local agencies. United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategies, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control. Changing course, preventing gang membership. Also, striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. Forum. You can go to youth.gov. You can be informed about comprehensive anti-gang initiative, the comprehensive gang model, as well as the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, National Crime Prevention Council, keeping kids out of gangs. And also anti-hazing. You go to lawyers.com, be informed about anti-hazing. Now, on my previous videos, we've been talking about some social issues. Recently, people have been claiming they're trying to protest against police brutality and racial injustice and racial inequality and gender inequality, so on and so forth. And but the real basis of their intent is to continue to support the gang and the individuals that be behind this gang members from the East Coast, and trying to continue to reinforce this gang concept. And basically that's what it's been. All these so-called protests and marches and things in nature. It's been these gangs from the East Coast continue to try to reinforce the gang concept with the gang members. And also, in addition, been talking about this national anthem and how the national anthem is being being individuals is taking the national anthem as a using it as a weapon, using it as a tool to continue with the nonsense. And you claiming that you're trying to protest against some type of social injustice, and you want to wait till the national anthem. You be at the football game, you can be at the like the National Football League or the National Basketball Association, Major League Baseball, car racing, auto racing, sporting events, and you claim you're trying to draw attention, to the issue that you're concerned about, and and when you make these old They claim, you're so transparent, see right through you, that you're lying. You don't have to use the national anthem to draw attention to police brutality, domestic violence, child molestation, child rape, or job discrimination. No matter what the issue is, you don't have to use the national anthem. Wait till Sunday afternoon when the football game starts. Then you claim you're going to sit down while they're playing the national anthem. Just like, for instance, Colin Kaepernick, quarterback for the NFL, athlete, celebrity entertainer, claiming that he trying to stand up for it. But like we've been showing, that the record stand for itself. Don't support any the girls club, the boys club of America. No financial donations whatsoever. None of the African American elected officials even know this man personally. They don't know him, but he claimed he trying to stand up for African Americans. Don't none of the elected officials know you, federal, state, or local. They don't know you. Let the record stand, speak for itself. Let the record speak for itself. Don't none of his teammates even know him. See, when you go back to this 2000 season, this the NFL 2000 season. When you go back to 2016 NFL season, 2015, many other players didn't know you personally. Like any player, in the NFL, on the team, you be on the news, and people know you through the news. But personally, many other African American players in the NFL didn't know you personally and don't know you personally. Recently, President Donald Trump, started talking about the protests and national anthem. Then the other African American players started taking a knee and all this. But before President Donald Trump, let the record speak for itself. Nobody was really supporting Colin Kaepernick, period. And that's the truth. See, let the record speak for itself. Let the record speak for itself. So, on that, you're just a fake person. You're not real. You're not true to anything. You're just some person trying to grab attention through the news media, sitting down doing the national anthem, talking about you're going to take a knee, and all this. You just fake. You're bogus. Simple as that. You're bogus. And that goes for the rest of the individuals. Gonna wait till President Donald Trump had some type of comment to make, and then after President Donald Trump make this comment, all of a sudden you see all these people want to protest during the national anthem. That don't say anything. That don't mean that you support anything. You just want to have some type of big disagreement with President Donald Trump because he said something. Before President Donald Trump said anything, you wasn't saying nothing. Let the record speak for itself. Let the record speak for itself. Excuse me. And so, on that note, coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse, coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Okay. Now we're gonna continue to talk about the word gang and gang plus stir, mob and mob plus stir, and thug and goon and boss and all these words that come from slavery. Now, gang number one is a noun. Number one, a set of implements or devices arranged to operate together. Number two, a group of persons working or associating together, especially a group of criminals or young delinquents. Gang number two is a verb. Number one, to attack in a gang, usually used with up. Number two, to form into or move or act as a gang. Then you got gangster and gangster. It's a noun. A member of a gang of criminals, a racketeer. Mob. It's a noun. It's a Latin word. Mobile bogus, facilitating crowd. Number one, masses or rabble. Number two, a disorderly crowd. Number three, a criminal gang. Number two, mob is a verb. Number one, to a crowd about and attack or annoy. For instance, mob by fans. Number two, to crowd into or around. For example, shoppers mob the stores. Mob stir. In. It's a noun. A member of a criminal gang. Now, thug is a noun. Hindi and Urdu. Thag, literate thief, a brutal ruffian or assassin. Okay, so got the thesaurus. Wait a minute. Now we read from the thesaurus. Gang is a noun. Number one, a group of people working together on a task. And gang of neighborhood residents spent the weekend cleaning up the park. Synonym: band, company, crew, outfit, party, squad, team. Related words: army, battalion, brigade, corps, troop, force, host, posse, stable. Troop, administration, department, health, personnel, staff. Number two, a group of people sharing a common interest and relating together socially. The whole gang went out for peace. The school's computer hackers had their own little gang. Synonym: body, bunch, circle, clan, clique, community, coterie, crowd, fold, lot, ring, set. Related words: bevy, copy, flock, herd, horde, mob, swarm, throng, club, college, fellowship, guild, league, organization, society, cohort, pack, camp, faction, sect, side, tribe, mess, squad, brotherhood, fraternity, order, sisterhood, solidarity, sorority, commune, alliance, block, coalition, confederation, congress, council, federation, union. Near antonyms: loner, individualist. Number three, a group involved in secret or criminal activity. See ring. Number one. Gangster is a noun, a violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hoodlum. Mob is a noun. Number one, a great number of personal things gathered together. See crowd. Number one. Number two, a group involved in secret criminal activity. See ring. Number one. Number three, the body of the community as contrasted with the elite. See mass. Number one. Mob is a verb. To move upon or feel something in great number. See crowd. Number two. Mobster is a noun, a violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hoodlum. Thug is a noun, a violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hoodlum. So I just read from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And the Merriam-Webster thesaurus. Now, as you know, like we said, we just read from the paperback. You know, the paperback Merriam-Webster dictionary thesaurus. But as you know, you have Merriam-Webster dictionary and thesaurus.com. You have dictionary.com, thesaurus.com. You have Cambridge University English Dictionary.com. You have Oxford University English Dictionary.com. You have Collins English Dictionary.com. You have Macmillan English Dictionary.com. To refer to Oxford University Latin Dictionary.com. And these references are available. So there's no excuse for any person anywhere on this earth to be walking themselves around, behaving and conducting themselves in such a negative way, and have such a negative perception, of other people. There's no excuse. No excuse whatsoever. No excuse. Now, I have, on my previous video yesterday, I forgot to go to the Holy Bible, because God's word is important to me and to many other people on this earth. And as you know, we've been continuing to talk about the disciples, and we continue to expose Saul from Tarsus and the lies that he told to all the people. It's the devil. It's the devil. When you expose Saul from Tarsus, you're not making no attack on myself or any other human being on this earth. When you expose Saul from lying about his conversion, what you're really doing is exposing the devil. That's what's being exposed, being brought out into the light for everybody to see. There are 3 places in the Holy Bible where it talks about being a Christian. We know, first of all, calling yourself a Christian is a lie. It was Saul from Tarsus. He lied. It's a lie. The first place is Acts chapter 11, verse 26. The second place is Acts chapter 26, verse 28. The third place is 1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter chapter 4. Verse 16. See, these are all the lies that Saul from Tarsus told. It's nothing but lies. When you see the word Christian, it's the devil. It's the devil. You want to know what you're supposed to call yourself when you read the Holy Bible? All those who follow Jesus Christ, disciple. Now also, 2 Peter chapter 3. 2 Peter chapter 3. Where it talks about the epistles that Saul from Tarsus and the Apostle Peter, he explains to us about those epistles that beloved brother Paul wrote. 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 through 18. Now, when we talk about these Saul from Tarsus being converted, we know that in Acts chapter 9, starting in verse, from the start to the end, it tells you in verse number 1 that Saul from Tarsus was persecuting the disciples of the Lord. That's what it tells you in the very first verse. And it talks about him being converted in the whole chapter, from start to end. Now, when Saul from Tarsus tried to tell other people about being converted, he lied. Acts chapter 22. Now, the lie that he's telling, the lie. Acts chapter 22, verse number 9. Verse number 9. Acts chapter 22, verse number 9. Turn back to Acts chapter 9. chapter 9, verse number 7. And also Acts chapter 26. Acts chapter 26. Acts chapter 26. Verses 13 and 14. Acts chapter 26, verses 13 and 14. Turn back to Acts chapter 9. Verse number 7. Acts chapter 9, verse number 7. Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, he lied. He lied. He not no saint. He not no good person. He the devil. He the devil. He lied. Now, Now this is a world map for everybody. This is a world map of the entire earth and all the people. It's a world map. Now we continue to talk about the East African slave trade and the West African slave trade. There were many people in Europe, many European people who did not have anything to do with the East African slave trade and the West African slave trade. The Albanian people, the Albanian speaking people, they did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Baltic speaking people did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Baltic speaking people in Lithuania and Latvia. The Greek-speaking people did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. the Altaic speaking people, the Turkish speaking people, all the Altaic speaking people. The Turkey, the European nation of Turkey. The Altaic speaking people did not have anything to do with the East African, West African slave trade. The Slavic speaking people. They did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Uralic speaking people. The Uralic speaking people did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Uralic speaking people, the European nation of Hungary, Finland, Estonia, and other Uralic speaking people. They did not have anything to do with East African, West African slave trade. Now, there's a European nation, Romania, Latin speaking people. Now, when we talk about the East African, West African slave trade, they did not have anything to do with the East African, West African slave trade. Now, this is Romania. Now, when it comes to slavery, now there's a history of slavery in Romania, and the people who were enslaved, the Roma people, R-O-M-A, the Roma people. The Roma people are nomadic people from India. Now, the history of slavery in Romania, it ended, it was abolished in the early and mid 1800s. You know, there was a uprising. You know, people began to speak out against slavery, and they didn't want no more slavery in Romania. They ended it, and they integrated the Roma people. The Roma people, as you know, are gypsies. That's who they were, the gypsies. When you hear somebody say gypsies, that's who they refer to, the Roma people. So, but like I say, the Romanian people, they did not have anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. We don't have any historical records of the Romanian people participating in the East African or West African slave trade. Now, there is a history of slavery in Romania. The Roma people were enslaved, people from India. It ended, it was abolished. Now, we get ready to end today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known BrightShine. Live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county Sheridan, in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my fans and my support for your continued encouragement and support. Until next time, take care of yourself, which each and every one of you very best, and always put God first.